We weren't ready to start, but sure.
I mean, if you're not ready to start, don't hit ready up.
I was just gonna say, did you want any other scenarios?
No
I
time.
have no idea what you just said.
I just said no time. I said no time.
I never gave us the escape rope.
I got a bunny here and dandelions. Perfect.
She should have fixed that. Apparently not.
Oh. This has been such a scuffed night of UHC.
Now, why is he gone? Why?
Start without him.
We can't.
Hello,
he has to get ready
Gardex
up.
viewers. Do you see what the scenarios are, Gardex?
I can check. I'm too busy doing all kinds of...
I know
too busy figuring out how to... No, and I don't really care. But let's see. Cut clean, fast leaf decay, timber, no fall, vein miner, lazy bow, switcheroo, torch Tuesday, multi-ore. Cool. Oh my god. Why has Fell forsaken us? Okay.
Fell decided that bow and switcheroo was a great combination, so that's gonna be terrible later.
Yeah, it is. What? I don't understand why J-Dub always does this.
I don't know. Take him out of the call.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. If Fell's not back in a few minutes, I don't even care. I'm literally gonna buy a month of GeoGuessr Pro just to. I'm gonna spend the $3.50.
Didn't your team win?
Oh, they did. I'm just mad.
You came in here like breathing fire. You make me feel like I'm Job right now.
You're Job. Wow, Book of Job reference, huh? I see how it is.
Ada made me and Sakana sit here for 25 minutes waiting for him, and then he frickin' won the UHC stupidly. Then he just vanishes again, and now Fell's gone again. And,
give me a minute.
Oh my god!
Oh, what do you mean by a minute? You have until 10:47 p.m. Mountain Time, or we are not playing UHC.
10:50 what?
Are you gonna play the UHC?
And technically, Gardex hasn't readied up either.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Feld hit ready up. I'll hit ready up now. Okay.
Gardex is the readiest boy. Oh, Fel.
I'm going to decrease the length of the world border to 70 minutes.
Oh. Normally 90 or 75?
It's normally 90, right?
I have no idea.
Okay. How many weekly UHCs have you played?
How would I know?
Don't
look at the code.
Fellas, it's 2 minutes or we're not playing UHC.
Why do you not want to play UHC?
Because it would take too long. I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up in the morning.
Press start.
I press start. We're waiting for Fel. The only reason UHC has started is Fel hasn't hit start yet.
God, the countdown is happening. Anti-Job.
World border set. Is it 40? See, there you go. Okay. I hope that command should have worked right.
I
didn't get an error or anything.
Commands we run today.
What's everybody doing?
Oh, just peachy. Just your average Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Agreed. J-Dub and Sakana are just quietly doing our thing.
Yeah, it's time to put J-Dub on blast.
I've been ready for months.
Do it.
What does J-Dub do?
I have no idea.
Like, okay, you're too tired to play game 2. That's fine. That's fine. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to us.
I mean, he did say that it was. Did we turn past leaf again? We did.
You did that. I don't know.
He was tired, but he also didn't say I'm not playing. So.
Yeah, if you're tired, that's fine. Don't play game 2. Don't keep, jerking everybody around saying you'll be here and then you mute and deafen and you're still in the call when you wake up in the morning.
Basically.
Like, what are we doing here? Don't get it.
I don't understand what he's doing, period, right now.
Yeah, asleep. And he's like, oh, I'm at my desk. And he's like, 20 minutes later, I've been shoveling food in my mouth. How much food was J-Dub eating? That it take shoving food in your mouth is like, I mean, you're eating fast, right?
He said he was eating Mexican, but he did not clarify what that meant.
Did you get one of those Taco Bell big boxes?
Maybe. A lot of meat for a little boy.
He's not little, doesn't need to be mean.
Short. Fel's met. He's like a tiny guy.
Wow. What?
Never mind. It was a very frustrating person.
Yeah, and he shows up to almost every game night and weekly UHC, but he just won't schedule playing GeoGuessr with you?
Or Pokemon at the moment.
You just won't do it?
Remember when my computer broke? Was that 2 months ago at this point?
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time I had an excuse to not play Pokemon. Since then, I've been like, you want to play? It's like,
Listen, I have game night on Monday, every other Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Now I'm doing the freaking the Q4E challenge.
Have you done it yet?
No.
Talk about it.
I'll post it if I'll do it. You'll know. I'll post it.
Gardex is gonna murder
silly
us.
Question.
Run, hide your families.
It'll probably be until Sunday or something. I don't know. Do it. I haven't checked everybody's scores.
They're live.
But
well, based on the 3 people who've done it, you can probably guess the current standings.
I probably can. And listen, I'm doing all this. I got a full-time job. I have part-time school, and this is basically a part-time job, is making sure that all of this runs correctly. So, but I'm here, getting it done.
Full-time sports fan.
Full-time, it's true. Full-time sports fan.
That
Watching playoff game every night.
J-Dub's not here. He asked me why I don't like the NBA. I'm supposed to have Gardex explain why he likes the NBA.
J-Dub doesn't like the NBA because the players are too good. It's a lot more fun when the players are bad at basketball.
Don't like that. I mean, I definitely enjoy a good sicko 50-49 game as much as the next
The NBA, the people are too good. I don't know why you don't like the NBA. It's kind of a bad take. I like both college basketball and the NBA.
Incomparable. College is way better.
It's not true.
Here's that Gardex bias coming out.
Yes, the famously successful Denver Nuggets. Have so much success. In fact, somebody posted beforehand that the Nuggets have the all-time record in professional sports of most playoff appearances without ever winning the championship. So
they've never won the title? Oh.
No. The NBA is not... Listen, I don't... Oh, hi, J-Luce. The NBA is not set up for the Denver Nuggets to win a championship. It's just not set up for small market teams to win the championship. That's a flaw of the NBA. Like, the Denver Nuggets are never supposed to win the championship. So if we do, we'll probably win only like one, and it will be one of the greatest, moments in Denver sports history.
Those like weird upset ones that happens every like 10 years.
Yeah.
Dallas beat the Heat or Raptors beat the Warriors. Basically. It's going to be that, and it'll be our one, like how like the Washington Wizards won one championship in the 70s, and they will never ever win another one. Never know.
But I think the NBA is fun just because, I mean, this game today, so many teams like in college basketball, a lot of the dudes are like, let's just play as slow as possible. And, let's just grind, or just, they're grind set teams. But I mean, when two NBA teams are just going back and forth, just trading shots, and it's a ton of fun. And it was a fun basketball game today.
Everybody had fun and were healthy. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Like with the Warriors pushing people or whatever.
I've always described the difference between college and NBA is, and the NBA, when your team misses a shot, you're like, oh damn. And because you expect them to make every time. In college, you expect them to miss every single shot. So they make a shot, you're like, oh my God.
College is way more rewarding.
You like go crazy when they make a shot because they don't make many of them.
Yes,
I will say the Denver, out of all the teams that I'm a fan of, the Nuggets fan base is my favorite. Nuggets fans are great. I know anybody that's a Nuggets fan, like unless they're like Serbian, which all are welcome. Usually most people see in America, like if you're wearing Nugget stuff, like you're from Denver. Like there's not, like a lot of the other Colorado teams are like pretty big, like geographical fan bases. Like the Nuggets are like, you're from Denver. Like these are these are my people.
Hey, why would you root for this team if you weren't from Denver?
Pretty much. I mean, you could say that about the Colorado Rockies too, but they have a pretty wide geographical fan base. Maybe because there's a basketball team in Utah too. So there's no Nuggets fans in Utah.
For some reason, there's a team in Utah.
I mean, it is kind of weird that there's a team in Utah, but
Mormons
it works.
love their.
True, because it teaches you team values. It gets you closer to God.
All the Utah teams are so good at football as well. Clearly.
Utah and BYU.
BYU does have a national title in the last century.
Yeah, that's true. And Utah actually could claim a national title in the last 15 years if they wanted to. They don't, though. A recognized selector named Utah as the 2008 national champions.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. They went undefeated and they beat Alabama and Nick Saban in the Sugar Bowl. So, good. I mean, it's as good as
I've been
UCF.
ignoring you. I haven't been playing Minecraft. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On it instead.
You're not even playing?
Nah, you took so long, so I started a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Without you.
No, Gardex.
Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you say that? We could have just played GeoGuessr. The fuck? Why didn't you say anything?
Because I'm about to join soon. I already finished the game.
Oh, so you're joining now?
I mean, I've been doing it during my opponent's turn.
Oh my god!
But now I won, so that's all that matters.
Please don't.
So I'm finding. I'm also only finding water caves.
But diamonds.
Don't die from the stress, Gardex. How stressful Fel is as a person.
I don't know. You know, I think what gets it's just like, I mean, honestly, like I don't blame Fel for starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but he could have just like said.
Oh no! That when you guys started, I was in the restroom. That was happening.
You were gone for. I was here for several minutes. How long were you in the restroom?
Well,
even his legs again. I don't know.
No, I'm not. I gave up on that. I'll just go back to shaving.
Oh my god.
Also, you say that as if you didn't just immediately start the game.
It happened.
I did, but it doesn't actually start until everybody hits ready up, though. Like, I knew that.
The man's some credit. He's a Turtles moderator.
Listen, what matters is that I won my game. Because everybody's playing the loner deck, and I'm playing my fully structured Marines deck.
Your lord.
Anyway, so
I like this man.
I like playing with my princess mermaids.
So we've got J-Dub who shows up, but is just uncommunicative to everybody, and sometimes just vanishes in the middle of Discord calls. Never be seen again. We have Fel, who's playing 3 games at once always. Oh, God.
You know what's the funniest thing about that?
God.
That was the biggest complaint. That was the biggest complaint my friends had in high school. Because we would have after school program where you like just show up and play games. And that was one of the big things my friend always got mad at me about was like, why are you playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Smash at the same exact time? And why are you winning both?
Of course. don't talk to Fel.
I did not land on that. That was BS.
I love that I'm down to 6. I took 6 hearts of damage because of one skeleton that I ran into before.
You're doing better than Fel.
Oh, and he just what the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna let him kill me so I can just get the revive at this point. Just. Okay.
Both of you just simply know how to do the revive.
I know how to do the revive.
I don't think Gardex should be able to revive himself. Should I do it? We'll say Sakana was the only one not revived in game 1.
Yeah, this one fucking skeleton. It could have been any of literally creeper, zombie, or spider would have been fine, but no, it had to be skeleton. And then when I did get my shield, it didn't put it up in time. A frame too late, and he still shot me because he was somewhere I didn't think he was going to be. I like skeleton very much.
Oh. Well, I'm the one who complains a lot.
It's time to talk about Gold Pride again.
Anyway, so Fel's just, Fel. Then we've got Sakana. Sakana, everyone could be more like Sakana. Sakana says exactly an hour before Wednesday game night's supposed to start. She always says, "Oh, I'll be there in 1 hour." You know
she
what?
lied, though. She's not there in 1 hour. She's there in 30 minutes. She's a liar.
Wait for Gardex to tell me what I do wrong.
Sakana's a hard worker. Julius just doesn't like when things are different.
I'm not the one who's spent this entire game whinging. I don't like when things are different.
Also, then there's Gardex, who was saying he would be there for game 2, but instead he's watching basketball. And
Okay, I'll be honest. The plan was I will take the L on this one. Game 1 of Nuggets Timberwolves, the Nuggets won by died to a creeper. Nuggets won by 40 points. So I knew that this game wouldn't quite be over by the time game 2 was supposed to start, but I was like, hey, the Nuggets won that game by 40 points. We'll probably win this game by a ton of points. I can just have it on in the background. But no, the Denver Nuggets gave up 40 points in the third quarter, and it ended up actually being a very entertaining game. So, listen, I only do this for playoffs. If this was the regular season, I'm here. I don't care. So, the real question is how much I'm going to do on Saturday. We'll see. I don't even know what the hell Saturday is going to be. So, it won't be UHC, though. That I know.
You said
it's because of UHC. It's because of UHC 80.
You said.
Howard.
Anyway, I think I'm going to get Comp's help to try proximity voice next Wednesday, so maybe that will rustle up some more people.
Gross.
Did you say gross?
I'm being soccer right now.
Oh. I know, hype. Yeah. So here's the thing, Sakana. This is why we're hesitant to do it. In order to do it, everybody has to install a client-side mod on their own device. It's not just like a server thing. Everybody, do you want to revive, Fel?
Yeah, revive.
Okay. I mean, sometimes he just doesn't care.
When he's back.
All right, brought back.
Do this again.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, thank you. So that's the thing, is that I could see people complaining about. Comp said it's very easy, but
when we tried it 2 years ago, I think. It wasn't super straightforward, but I got the hang of it without too much trouble. I think we can get there.
And maybe we could just make a custom mod package.
Hopefully Sakana can get there.
I mean, I didn't want to subtweet Sakana, but we can help. We'll help you, Sakana. We'll help you install them. I mean, Sakana's built for this, but she doesn't talk anyway, so.
She doesn't talk to us. She's talking to her stream all the time.
She does talk to her.
We're just making.
Get back over there.
What's happening? Excuse me?
No. Wait.
You wanted her to talk? She's talking. What do you talk? What do you want?
What
They're
do you
so
want?
indecisive.
Oh
If it's not one thing, they want another thing.
yikes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but,
Listen, Sakana's fighting for her motherfucking life.
Going through it over there.
Fighting for my fucking life. Anyway, and then so we just put every turtle that we can on blast.
I never plays with those anymore.
I spending too much time watching sports. Jay Luce is spending too much time complaining about sports. I'm now getting beat up by this zombie because I couldn't see him because I was too busy.
I'm not soccer.
Dealing with the skeleton, and then I
lying to you,
fucking creeper.
Fucking face.
I don't complain about sports. That's soccer.
We'll
You're just a liar, you know that?
Fucking hell.
Lost Cardex.
Any more mobs? No, there's suddenly mobs.
We can trash Emily. Her account's been compromised.
Emily has been compromised. It's a favorite meme. Emily's not been compromised. Remember when it looked like Emily was typing just constantly and she never was saying anything? So that's the meme that Emily has been compromised.
Wouldn't surprise me if she was.
I can confirm, but she's not compromised. Unless it's worse than we think.
X were very close to each other.
Fuck off.
Don't want to fight you.
I mean, I don't want to fight you either, so.
I don't want to fight me either.
Too early to do that. You are over there. This is my territory. On the other side of this is my land. On the other side of that lava, you can stay over there. I won't go over there.
What lava?
This land is my land.
Already passed?
Yeah. Stay in your lane.
Interesting how he chose the direction that goes down instead of up.
I mean, that's sorry, you were in the other direction. Maybe you should have been in this direction. Sounds like a skill issue. Okay, yeah. Now we've got Soccer being the third wheel to his sister and Orcus.
So weird.
It's very interesting.
I was. I don't remember why I was doing this. But I was going through like the screenshots on my PC. You don't have to clear out some you just hit the button sometimes and take pictures. I had some from like when I was playing on Arcus's subserver in like 2018, and I was thinking like, weird that like over a year from now I'll meet this man whose sister will date this guy, and their lives will be changed forever.
It's just
weird.
It's just weird. So. So I wonder if you meet this applies to anybody, okay? Let's say you meet someone on the internet, okay? You know them by their internet name. You end up dating this person on the internet. When do you ever start calling them by their actual human name?
I mean, Shelby's name is just Shelby. Like that.
Yeah. So that's easy. There are people whose names, like J Luce's name is J Luce. Kurt J Mac is Kurt J Mac. Fuck you, skeleton with a enchanted bow. That must be a fucking like power
I'm the only
bow.
person
Jesus
in this
Christ.
call whose first name is known.
What?
I'm the only person in this call whose first name is known.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
But like, there have to be like streamer couples that just call themselves by their streamer couple name, right? Yeah, there you go. Pack and Honey. What's Pack's real name? I don't fucking know.
I mean, it kind of works for Pack, because you'd call your wife Hun sometimes, right?
That is true.
Yeah, like that does kind of work.
For her, it's like, hey, you rat, get in here.
Hey, rat.
I also do feel like that.
I think that's what it.
As far as Pack Rat's name goes, he is like the physical embodiment of that name.
The whole story about it is that's what he was called. Because he always did
like high school, because he was like that kid that was always turning around like,
honestly, I respect it. Like, I always wanted to be the guy from High School Survival Guide where he just had everything in his backpack.
Backpack kid.
Yeah, backpack kid.
You know that the three main actors from that started a podcast like a month ago talking about their experience on the show.
Is it positive?
I don't know. I only watched like part of the first episode.
Fuck this skeleton.
This was back when my computer was broken and like
you had nothing else to do?
Oh, fuck you, witch! No, witch.
On me. Fuck you.
No, witch.
No witch, don't bother.
Witchy, no witchy.
It's like Norwich, the city, but no witch. If there's cave spiders here, I'm gonna be pissed. She can't throw this high, right? Surely not.
Yeah, I did die to a witch in the first game.
Narrator, she could throw that high.
Witch throw potion this high challenge impossible.
Yeah, unfortunately, J. Luce, it might be very possible. I think it actually is impossible. I think I'm like 10 blocks. I should find some gravel. Oh, that's cave spiders.
Witches are also as fast as fuck.
They are. I just literally turned a corner staring at a cave spider spawner.
Yeah, them fast girls.
Well, the whole thing is because they drink speed potions, right?
Yeah.
Why am I not playing music? I can play music.
El Musica.
It's just very funny to me to think that, like, I remember 11 years ago that Arcus was this mysterious guy that didn't make videos, that built this crazy mothership that even the other Minecrackers didn't know anything about him. And then he uploaded his first video and it was shit quality, but nobody cared because it was fucking Arcus. Everybody like lost their mind. BWO had like hyped up this man for, so long. It's like
I remember when Arcus
master.
did his face reveal for the first time. I had only like been into Minecraft for like a few months at that point. So I was like, what's the big deal?
I don't remember Arcus face reveals. Sorry, Arcus. I don't remember when I learned what Arcus looks like.
He was always there. One day I was ordering soup and there he was, taking my order.
He's a waiter. If you're lucky, he's your waiter.
Honestly, there will never be a better slam of Arcus than why does he look like a waiter?
If you interpret it as a slam.
I mean, it's not like Arcus is a piece of shit, but it's very funny. It's just like it just sums up everything about Arcus. It's just Arcus. You just think that makes sense. Do those mobs despawn? Looks like it. Fuck yeah. Oh god, maybe they didn't. I just heard some harmonizing.
They're harmonizing. Oh no.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
How is their vocal range?
Not great, Bob. I don't see any Sopranos. Okay, baby zombie, baby.
What a stupid move for HBO Max to go to just Max.
Because, Fel, just to be clear, this isn't only a site for high-quality HBO shows. This is also a location for garbage. Like, rest assured, we have
I'll be honest,
terrible
when I hear Max,
too.
the first thing I think about isn't HBO Max. It's the Max pads.
Like, wait, like maxi pads? Like,
yeah.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah, like that's not. Yeah, just. Yeah,
I'm shocked.
That's
weird. What do you think about when you hear the word Max?
I just think of like the name Max. Like people are named Max.
No, I thought there was already a channel called Max.
I mean, there's Cinemax, but apparently, I mean, when's the last time anybody's heard about Cinemax?
No, everybody knows the
Mad
good
Max?
movies. The only good place is Movies 8 that shut down because it was too cheap.
Okay. How many zombies have I killed? 12. And it's going to be 13 as I hear another fucker. Get over here.
Unleashed zombie freaking dynasty on my ass in the first game.
In other news, YouTube decided to fuck up YouTube Advanced finally. Fuck them.
Who?
YouTube decided to remove any YouTube Advanced thing, which is YouTube Advanced was a way to watch everything. Like it was as if you had YouTube Red without paying for YouTube Red, and I hate it.
What you're saying is
they made
you pay for something that you're supposed to have been paying for.
Yeah, how dare they?
What say you, Vertex?
I mean, I don't know. It just seems dumb to HBO. I mean, a lot of Warner Brothers decisions recently can be characterized as dumb.
What do you think about this new Harry Potter series they're apparently going to make?
I'm so... Listen,
as long as there's a Sorting Hat song, that's what matters.
It helps that I was never... Like, I enjoyed, like, the Harry Potter books and movies well enough, but I was never, like, super into it. It helps that that's the case. But I'd never want to hear from Harry Potter ever again. I wish Harry Potter would just fall off the face of the universe.
You never went to the ABC Family during Christmas time and watched the marathon of Harry Potter movies?
No.
More than just Christmas time these days.
Yeah, like, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I never need or really want to see more Harry Potter.
Until I find out Harry Potter's real.
So,
I've always thought they should do a TV show just because, like TV gives you more time to do things. I feel like now is like the worst possible time to do it.
I don't know. It's like here's a take that I feel strongly about. There is too much television. I mean, good for the people that like are in that industry and can find jobs, because boy, there must be a shit ton of jobs right now because there is a fuck ton of television. Far too much television
people to be employed.
I do not. Just kidding. Listen, there's a cousin of mine who's yeah. Well, listen here, Drew.
Shit. Hey, Switcheroo also switches you with the mobs.
Good.
Oh, when you shoot them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm upset that it doesn't happen with skeletons.
Did you take the water, J-Luz?
Please.
He did.
I stayed on my half, that's all I'm going to say.
Wow, so he went to your side.
The water was on my side.
It was.
Scardic is one take.
It's fine. There's more water. It is a me problem.
Don't have the border on my half, so I mean that's also a you problem.
I don't see the border. It's not real.
I don't believe in the border. Thus, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. There's too much television. Like, it's constant, and every show you can think of is getting like a reboot, or we're bringing it back, or nostalgia.
Back?
Yeah, we're bringing Night Court back. You see that? We're bringing Frasier back. We did Star Trek Picard just so you can I'll go. Remember the Next Generation? That was cool. Indiana Jones Part 5. Yeah, why?
They've run out of ideas.
It honestly might be kind of good, though.
It's probably worse than Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones.
That movie is not that bad. It's fine. There are worse films than that movie. I will stand by that. Crystal Skull is overhated.
Very general opinion to have.
Yeah.
The song I have has a really white background, so it's making it so I can't see Diamonds in the Dark anymore.
What a shame.
It's alright.
Yeah, but it's just like there's just far too much content, and it's because Netflix got big, so then every company was like, "Shit, we're losing money. We're losing money." We have our own
movie about Cleopatra being black.
I did not see this. I don't. Is it entirely about Cleopatra being black? Is that like the entire movie?
Yeah,
that seems kind of unlikely. I don't know.
It's by Jada Smith. Because apparently her grandmother said, "No matter what they tell you, just remember Cleopatra's black," and that's the whole premise of it.
I mean, honestly, now that you said anyway,
well, this is Greek.
This is a very dumb discussion. But I could say Cleopatra was not black, but also this was 2,000 years ago, and modern race didn't really exist.
But out of every ancient person we know Cleopatra the most because her dynasty was formed off of incest.
Now, if this is just supposed to be a cute thing, or her mom just told her that just to help her spirits, then I don't really care. I don't care. This is a dumb controversy, but yes, Cleopatra was not black, but I don't think anyway.
Honestly,
I've heard more people talking about this than probably have actually watched this Netflix thing. So
Netflix also just removed all the comments. Netflix just does weird things for the controversy. I think they just like the controversy because they did the Kill Cuties thing as well. Remember?
Yeah, and then that got brought back up, and suddenly everyone was getting mad at the critics for not liking the Mario movie, and they put out the critics score of Cuties or something.
That's a funny way to get them.
As if I'm pretty sure a lot of these aren't the same reviewers or review things. And did these people actually watch Cuties? Because maybe it was good.
I don't
know. I didn't watch it.
Vix has spoken.
Oh yeah, and listen, let's go after the Mario people. I'm on a roll. Some nights I'm really tired, but tonight I'm on a roll. Because all the Mario people are going where the critic they didn't like my Mario movie. Where?
I think the bad part about the Mario movie was that there was no Daisy.
Yeah, it's who? First of all, who cares? Second of all they basically said was
also, why are you listening to critics?
They're what, blah, blah, blah. It's literally, if you like it, you like it. And, I think people, I don't know what people care about critics so much, or they're so invested in their thing they're oh no, but they can't because this is the Mario movie, and this is just so important to me, and it has to be, it has to make money and be successful. It's dude, who cares? Who cares? No,
I don't.
It's also this weird thing where it's people treat movies as the highest form of art, or now Mario's big time. Now we have a movie.
Yeah, Mario wasn't big time before.
Yeah, like now people take us seriously, these us Mario fans, because it's a movie now. It's like, what?
Wasn't there a study once where like more people knew about Mario than they did about Jesus?
I mean, that seems wrong.
Does seem wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, Mario, but I mean,
Gardex is a huge Jesus fan.
I mean, Link
number one supporter,
maybe, but definitely not.
I'm just saying.
Link, I would actually say no, because there's so many Link variations.
I'm pretty sure probably everybody knows about even the people living on that island off the coast of India know about Jesus, because that guy came there and tried to tell him about Jesus.
Well, this is children.
Killed him.
Cut his freaking face off.
Oh, children?
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how young, I might believe that. I mean, I don't know, like, especially because they're all they basically said is they were like, "Yep, it's a Mario cutscene.
It's a me."
They're like, "It's exactly what you think it would be."
I mean, isn't that good?
Isn't that what you want? I guess they were hoping it would be, but I guess it's like, why would I watch the Mario cutscene movie when I can just play a Mario video game that has the cutscene movie and the fun video game? Right? Like,
this is different art style.
Yeah, but the video game doesn't have Chris Pratt.
Sometimes I just watch the video game.
That's why people are watching them.
I watched that's how I watched God of War. I just watched the cutscenes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, if an adaptation is not great, like, I don't know. It's like people like, they have to nail the Sonic movie, but it's like, I don't know. If you love Sonic so much, you already,
Listen, out of any movie that I want, video game wise, I want a Metroid movie. Give me a Metroid movie. I think that'll be great.
Yeah. Like, we had like the Halo TV show wasn't very good, but it's like, does that change anything about like the Halo games?
I think you underestimated how bad it was.
I don't think it was as bad as people were saying.
I think it is.
Did you watch it?
The CG looks god awful. Yeah.
Did you watch the full season?
Not the full season.
The Halo TV show.
Enough of it.
It was not as like it just wasn't a great TV show. The part I'll defend it on is everybody like whining about like that we see like Master Chief's face and stuff. Like that's
I thought you were gonna say his butt.
Who cares? It was weird. It was weird that they're like equal opportunity nudity. It's like, okay, I guess. It's like, go off, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know who is asking for. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay.
That's the Federation's bass.
Basically.
And it wasn't even a good butt. I'll be honest here. It wasn't very good.
Wow, you coming after
I am.
Pablo Schreiber? But
it's fucking
thing that's the same.
Pablo, the guy who's dead and everything.
No, it's not Pedro Pascal. Oh. It's not. Did not play Master Chief. God, could you imagine? He does not have the build. Sorry, Pedro.
Listen,
but
I'm always of the opinion, like, if it's funnier, go for it. Like, put Danny DeVito as Mario. I think that would be funny.
I mean, as Kurt has shown us on the subathon,
put Steve Buscemi as Captain America.
I was about to say, all I know about Pedro Pascal is that Curtix. Like, I've never seen any of his things.
You've not seen anything Pedro Pascal is in. You have not seen Game of Thrones, The Mandalorian.
No.
The Last of Us.
No.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
No.
Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle.
No.
There's one other thing that I've seen Pedro Pascal in that I'm forgetting.
That thing is something else Jay Luce has not seen.
Narcos. You've not seen Narcos.
Only
you like Narcos.
Only he was on 24, then I wouldn't know who he is.
Terrible.
X Rage.
Those are okay. I've not seen Game of Thrones, but I just listed that reason a lot of people see Game of Thrones. But
I haven't.
Other than Game of Thrones, those are all things I've seen Pedro Pascal in.
I don't like. If a show gets popular, I usually don't watch it.
I mean, here's the truth: it's like Game of Thrones started when I was probably too young to be watching Game of Thrones, and then like by the time it was happening, it was just a lot to catch up on. And honestly, it's nice having.
I don't care enough anymore.
It's nice having just one thing that I just don't watch, right? And then everybody hated how it ended. So
exactly.
Here's what you should be watching. One Piece.
I had people who watched Game of Thrones. Like
they'll tell me what happened.
It was at that point where like it had already been really good and it was starting to get bad. I was kind of like, I don't think I will.
Yeah. I like one of the few shows in the last several years that we went back and watched that like wasn't a new show coming out was Narcos, just because that's what we decided to watch during the pandemic, like in spring 2020.
You're Pascal, and
it's true.
Is Pedro the guy who's like looking sad at the table at being?
No, that's the guy that plays Pablo Escobar. That's not Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal plays one of the DEA Drug Enforcement Agency agents.
They copied that from Breaking Bad. Unbelievable.
The DEA.
Yeah.
They copied it. Yeah.
Did not
intellectual copyright. Breaking Bad. No, the season 2 finale of Narcos is some pretty transcendent television. It's good stuff. All of it's good. There's
it's all good.
6 seasons. Oh, what am I doing? Thank you. Board coming to eat me.
Found an ancient city. Get him.
Ancient city on this map.
He says this because he knows he's already in it.
I'm not already in it.
Not you, him.
Yeah, I mean that's the other reason I haven't seen like Breaking Bad or anything, Jay Luce. I just don't like Breaking Bad started in like 2010 or something, right?
I think even
2008. Yeah, shit, 2008. I was in like 5th grade. I wasn't watching Breaking Bad.
This might surprise you, Gardex, but I did not watch Breaking Bad until like a year after it ended. Like.
No,
you never. I never even fucking heard of the show, and then like when it ended, everybody couldn't stop talking about it. If you look at the viewers, a million viewers every episode, and then the last season it's like 10 million. It jumps like 8 million.
Significantly good, but no, I was just gonna say to the point where I had friends who were like super into it. I would like make fun of them, be like, "Oh my god, this person dies."
You are.
Watching the death scenes of Breaking Bad was good, I think. That's the only thing I watched.
I mean, I will say, like, I haven't looked too much into it to not, like, spoil myself in case, I ever...
Yeah, like... I haven't spoiled anything for, like, Game of Thrones or Mad Men, right?
Yeah.
If I ever want to go back to one of those.
I don't look too deeply into those big shows I haven't watched. Like, obviously, I know everything about the end of Game of Thrones, though, just because that's unavoidable.
Just wait for
it's very funny. I mean, I actually did say that. I actually jokingly said, like, I'll watch Game of Thrones once all the books come out. So
that's never gonna happen.
Listen, if there's anything you should watch, it's One Piece. Come watch One Piece.
Do it.
Oh god, yeah. Join my brother and watch all 80 trillion episodes.
It's great.
I'm sure it is, but
I can't believe he didn't fucking cry at the movie. He's wrong. Your brother's wrong.
He was surprised when he said, and he's kind of a crier a little bit sometimes. So I don't know. I think Fell's just a super crier.
No. It was a extremely fucking sad scene. He's stone cold.
He said he was confused about why somebody cried.
Your brother's wrong. That's all there is
to
to
cry at TV shows.
Yeah, that's. I mean, listen, I'm not a huge crier. I don't begrudge people who cry. Oh my God. Okay, maybe I will. All right. What we got? Okay. Well, cried at the Lion King. That's fair.
I cry a lot.
Yeah, I think you just cry a lot.
No, but it's especially for the One Piece movie.
Told you that.
I think even if you watched it without any context, you would cry.
I don't know. I have been. I think the pandemic thing did give me a little more. I do get kind of misty-eyed and emotional a bit more watching things that I haven't like. There's only been one time that I've flat out sobbed watching a TV show or movie.
And also, I hope that I was alone in the
Halo. My brother, who in his defense was like 12 at the time, at the end of Halo 4, when Cortana dies, just sobbed through the end credits.
Well, did he have a crush on Cortana?
Just absolutely. I mean, he's a 12-year-old boy, so probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, Cortana's cool.
There you go. That's what happened. We figured it out.
Dude just sobbed. I
still don't have any creeper explosions.
No, the one time that I did cry a lot was when Rick's wife died in The Walking Dead, just because a lot of her mannerisms reminded me a lot. Like, a lot of her mannerisms are just very similar to my mom's. So I literally like left the room and was crying a lot. That's like by far the hardest I've cried at something. And it's very funny because everybody like despises this character.
The one I cried the most at was the movie A Monster Calls.
Yeah.
Because the ending is just extremely sad.
The Monster Call.
A Monster Calls, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those situations where like people hate like Walter White's wife because she tries to stop him from being like an epic, criminal.
Killers.
Like Rick's wife does sleep with Shane, but she thought Rick was dead in a coma, and Shane told her that he was dead in a coma, and it was the apocalypse. So honestly, pretty justifiable.
Saying is,
you spoiled it for everybody watching.
Never mind.
I mean, the apocalypse happened,
you thought your wife
and her
dead,
husband
you just start sleeping with other women right away.
Okay, Rick had already been in a coma for like a while before the apocalypse, and considering the amount of people that died like just because of the apocalypse,
he's the main character.
The odds that he was it starts when he wakes up from the coma, J-Luce, and then he sees what's happened to the world.
I know nothing about the show.
That's how the show starts. And he's somehow just like survived in a coma, a hospital.
Zombies are such a stupid thing, by the way. I want to get.
He slept through the apocalypse.
As one does.
Like, yeah, I don't like zombie movies because zombies just never make fucking sense to me. Like, there's a limited number of zombies that can happen, right?
I mean, yeah, but how many people live in the United States? Like 300 million. There could be the zombies could walk from Canada and Mexico too. That's
yeah, but they would degrade.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, listen. Fel. Also, it's kind of unusual that corpses get reanimated. All right, you gotta have some.
That's something I like about Last of Us. Last of Us making the zombies like become fungal in monsters. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just some things you just got to give a little bit of artistic license. Fel can't.
Bit of
Fel
creative leeway.
Yeah,
not when it doesn't make sense like that.
Just have to allow for the premise to happen.
Like, though, the movie that made the most sense for zombies was actually Shaun of the Dead.
A classic. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead, Scott? seal the Sakana seal of approval. Anyway, I'm just gonna grab a pint and wait for this whole night to blow over.
What?
So here's another hot movie take. I found like concept intrinsically funny, but I didn't laugh that much at watching Hot Fuzz.
Seen it.
I just think it like parodies like a very specific type of like cop
itself.
No, it just like the type of movies it parodies. I just like haven't seen, so I don't think I quite like appreciate that. What I will say, I think it's just like silly like cop movies. It's a parody of like cop movies. There are so many zombies down here. It's absurd.
Awkward if you and me run into each other in this cave because we can't punch each other.
You don't have a bow yet?
I have a bow, but I'm saying we can't.
However, the third film in that trilogy, At World's End, is fucking hilarious. And I won't even spoil it, but it has one of the most shocking moments I've ever seen in a movie. Like actual, like I gasp. What a great movie that is. At World's End. Go watch it. J-Luce. Starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Directed by Edgar Wright. A true cinematic.
Pretty right.
What? Oh, you little piece of shit. This baby zombie. I hate him. Oh, there you are. Okay, how many zombies have I killed now?
Not enough.
28! 28 zombies, ladies and gentlemen.
Killed 17.
Sir, it's Lady Singular.
God. She's just watching.
No, she's enjoying her time.
Hawaii, the luau.
I never went to luau when I went to Hawaii.
Luau. Can't believe it.
Wow.
Wow.
I've not been to Hawaii.
It's still nighttime.
No, it's not.
I just slept, so it is.
Not that.
Eagle Eye J-Luce. Don't
want to
miss anything. Nice place, to be honest. Hot take. I mean it.
Oh, I like this song.
Kana does live in a West Coast, closer to Hawaii.
That coast
I mean, she said where she lives. She lives in California.
Yeah, I was just,
He thinks everything Gardex does is a ploy. He's not actually from Colorado. On this persona.
I mean...
Persona!
I very much am from Colorado. I'm not just randomly...
Liar.
Drive the state flag.
It's the big red C, got the yellow in the middle, and then it's blue.
Okay, he's from Colorado. We're back in like, I don't know, 5th grade, 6th grade, whatever grade. We had to do a big
I cheated on that test.
State, and I got assigned Colorado, so I learned way too many Colorado facts when I was.
I think going to say, yeah, when you're in grade 7, the test.
Tell me some
name all the states. I cheated.
Remember, that was 20 years ago. Remember what your flag looks like. That's about it.
I didn't do that. I did one on countries instead, and I did Canada. Because we had to make a Canada flag, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll make the Canada flag."
We did have a Canada unit, and my group got Saskatchewan. which basically has ensured that I always know how to spell Saskatchewan. So,
do you learn about the powers of Saskatchewan?
You don't think so?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I think that's right. Yeah, I had to type it myself.
Exactly. Did a school play when I was in like 3rd grade or whatever. That was like right after 9/11 happened, like a year or so after it happened. So that like patriotism was at a high.
Wow, so J-Lewis caused 9/11.
Really, it was a very like powwow, America go.
America the
best. Had this like song that was all of the U.S. states in alphabetical order, and because that song I still can remember all of the states in alphabetical order. It's like a curse.
So, we're in a Discord server, right? When did we start sharing government secrets?
Whatever you want, baby.
Sorry, I'm fighting Fel now.
Come join in. Guys, it.
Surface. He doesn't have a chance.
Really?
What are you talking about?
I don't see him.
Kill him. Let him get you, Guardy. There's a lot of like zooming going on, like back and forth.
Woohoo! I'm out. Goodbye.
He just went deep into the river. He's a coward.
Yeah, I can just shoot him, and then I'll be deep in the river.
I mean, he is deep though.
I deep in him.
Thanks. Goodbye.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Pretty good. He successfully had me shoot him, and then I was in the river.
Well, I'm going in the river then.
It's pretty good.
Aren't I still mad at you from like a month ago?
He's full diamond. Fuck J-Lewis. Are we gonna team on him?
Woohoo! Messing with my head.
I guess
he's messing with my head as well.
Guess what hurts? Fucking piercing crossbows, because you still get shot by it because it's piercing.
Oh, J-Lewis is still right there the whole time?
Yeah, nobody shot him.
It's ridiculous. Where did you go? I'm so lost. Running away. I'm scared. Fel's just gonna snipe us.
You're full diamond. You're running away.
Coward.
Don't want Fel to come in and kill us.
You're full diamond. You should win. God. Okay. Maybe we should go gentleman's truce and just take out Fel, because Fel's just gonna let us.
Sakana.
Oh, it's Sakana. Never mind, gentleman's truce. It's a free for all. Oh god! This is a mess.
Woohoo!
Why did
Woo!
Why are there so many people shooting me?
I don't even know where you are.
Oh, I think it was Sakana. She was spam party again.
Oh, it's been a nice UHC, y'all. 07.
You, my dear.
Yep. Of course, it ended up being me. You was first to die somehow.
Hi.
God, I swapped places with her after I killed her.
Yeah, you do that, don't you?
Alright.
Take forever, by the way. I'm just gonna run away whenever he gets low.
You did.
What? What was your bow?
4? I had an enchanted golden apple. I didn't even get to use it. I'll use it now. There, please.
Function. Yeah, I know.
Wanted with an egg.
What's the shades here?
Because it's /summon It's very dumb.
I switched places with the Wither.
Oh
yeah, you do that, don't you? That's funny. I think we do this again the next time when she's here.
I don't think she'll be here next week either.
No,
we're doing Prox Voice. We're doing Prox Voice next week.
Wow.
So.
All right, back to you, Yo. I need to go grind this out.
God. Guess I'll watch J-Luz fight the Wither. In a very stupid fashion.
With Switcheroo.
Just shoot him!
Every time I shoot him, I just jolt into the air. You can tell him.
We have no fault. Oh god. Well, all right. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Remember that J-Luz is the king of bows.
You still didn't get to kill me, J-Luz.
Loser.
I avenged you swiftly. Welcome.
So much gems! I can